That's me running in a wind tunnel with a shoe that is scientifically engineered to make you run faster. But that poses the question, can gear actually make you run faster? Later in this video, I'll be putting this very shoe to the test to answer that question at an actual marathon. Creating shoes that can assist in making you faster isn't a new idea. Shoe companies have been doing crazy things for years in an effort to make humans faster. Heck, they even make clothing that's engineered to artificially speed you up. Some of these shoes, like the Puma Nitro Elite PR, even look kind of ridiculous. And some of these shoes are so good that they're technically illegal for elite athletes to race in. But these shoes are different. These are the Salomon S-Lab Phantasm 3. Before putting the shoe to the ultimate test at a marathon, I traveled to the French Alps where Salomon headquarters are located. Salomon is typically associated with high-performance ski equipment, but in the early 2000s, Salomon shifted some of its focus towards trail running and even more recently, road running. After learning more about the shoe technologies that are happening at Salomon today, we drove to Germany to see the shoe in action and actually measure the results in a literal wind tunnel. I'll explain the wind tunnel in a bit. What makes this shoe so interesting is that Salomon partnered with Swisside, specialists in aerodynamics. The goal of this entire project was to find out if you can create a shoe so aerodynamic that it can help you run faster, scientifically. It sounds kind of crazy at first, and these dudes literally put a treadmill in a wind tunnel and use professional athletes to see if making a shoe supremely aerodynamic will help a runner shave time off their marathon. So how the heck are they measuring it? The mask that they're putting on me right now is called a Hans Rudolph face mask and will measure the amount of oxygen I'm taking in, as well as the CO2 that I'm breathing out. This makes it possible to accurately show us how much time I will be able to shave off my marathon at current fitness. And to measure how much faster these freakishly aerodynamic shoes are helping make me, they perform two tests. The first test, I run in an older version of the shoe called the Phantasm 2 while wearing this mask. While I'm running, they're collecting data about my breathing, more specifically, how much oxygen that I'm taking in. Then I take a short break and put on the much more aerodynamic Phantasm 3 and I run an identical test. I mean, come on. This looks insanely cool, but the results are even cooler. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was feeling kind of cooked doing the second test, which I learned later on is actually on purpose. If we ran the test with the Phantasm 3 first, you might just say that I was fresher. So they purposely put you at a somewhat of a disadvantage just to show how incredible these shoes really are. I also just had to take a moment to realize how crazy it is that I'm in a wind tunnel in Germany testing a shoe that so far only elite athletes have had the privilege of running in. Wild. After doing this test and seeing the results, I was told that my marathon time should be 3 to 5 minutes faster with this shoe on, which is quite the claim. When I heard that, I was pretty skeptical at first, but it's innovation like this that makes the running shoe industry so exciting. But just seeing the data on a sheet of paper is only half the fun. So I asked Salomon the $1 million question. Can I run a marathon in this shoe to see if it actually works? The Chicago Marathon, the race where the best runners in the world go to set new records. This race is particularly favorable for runners for two reasons. Number one, the temperature in Chicago around this time of year is optimal for running. And number two, this race is completely flat, meaning you don't have to expend any extra energy climbing hills on the marathon course. Chicago is also the race that I set my current PB at last year with a time of 2 hours and 46 minutes. If the calculations are correct about these shoes, I should be able to shave off another 3 to 5 minutes of my marathon time. And now it's just me, these shoes, and 26.2 miles.
Here we go. This is it, baby.
My goal for this race is to run a sub 2 hour and 40 minute marathon, which will shave over 6 minutes off my PB that I set last year. And it will require me to run an average pace of 6 minutes and 4 seconds.
So 7, right where we need to be, just past mile 1. It is about time that I let you guys in on the game plan. All right, so the goal for this race is a 2:39. That's an average 6:05 pace. I'm not trying to go faster than that for the first 18 to 20 miles. If I feel good after that, we push. But I've also got some help. I got Johnny here. I got Corey behind me. I got Jeremy behind me. We're gonna ride together. Let's get this ride.
This goes without saying, but running a race at this pace takes months of preparation. A 6:05 pace is something that I have never attempted before, and quite frankly, scares the crap out of me. But the question remains, can these shoes help me secure a PB?
Mile 3. Feeling all right, feeling all right. Definitely fast. Definitely a little fast. 5:57. Kind of fast, but that's okay. We're leaving it out.
I quickly realized that the shoes not only feel fantastic, but they have me running a pace that might be slightly too fast, which is a marathon's worst nightmare. But I'm listening to my body and doing my best to not go too fast.
It's only 6:06. Feeling good. 6:01. Okay. Correction. Hey, that feels good. We're right where we need to be.
I continued to shave off miles one by one, checking the pace every mile to make sure that I wasn't stepping on the gas too much. But it's a double-edged sword. I don't want to get to the end of this race and finish wishing that I had put in a greater effort. So it's this constant battle between my mind and my body.
I went up my nose. Oh, woo. Shoes are feeling very good, very aerodynamic. See if they can take me to the end.
The trait that I'm constantly looking for in a running shoe is one that I forget that I have on. I don't want some nagging thing happening on my feet while I'm trying to give an honest effort. And something that I absolutely love about these shoes is that for large periods of the race, I actually forgot what shoe I had on, which allowed me to focus on one thing: racing.
All right, halfway. Legs are feeling cold. We have work to do. We got work to do. I'm nervous about the second half. But all I can do is trust in my legs.
Halfway, and I just set a new PR in the half marathon, running it in under 1 hour and 20 minutes, making my average pace thus far 6 minutes and 8 seconds. At this point, I'm slightly behind my original goal, but I'm well within the margins of setting a new PB.
Mile 14. Legs are starting to feel kind of cooked, I'm not gonna lie. That's not a great sign. But I saw some friends, that felt good. Saw some family, that felt good.
I'm not gonna lie, the warning signs in my brain were flashing at this point of the race, and I was truly worried that I may have gone too fast at the beginning. But I wasn't ready to give up. I went full tunnel vision mode, locked into a slightly slower pace, and told myself to just focus on 1 mile at a time. I didn't even record anything until around mile 25, when I could finally see the light at the end of the tunnel.
This is it. Mile 25 is coming up here. So close, so close. I'm pushing, I'm hurt.
I may have been hurting in the moment, but that's right where you want to be at this point of the race. And with just 1 mile left, I locked in, ran a negative split with my final mile, and secured a new PB of 2 hours, 41 minutes, and 48 seconds, shaving 5 minutes off my previous PB.
Too easy.
So yeah, I guess shoes made in a wind tunnel might actually be the move. Thank you to Salomon for sponsoring this video. If you would like to own a pair, you can use the link in the description and get yourself a pair of the S-Lab Phantasm 3 by Salomon. Might even set a new PB.